Okay, wait a couple of minutes. Nova. I've bribed the birds, so I'm hoping everybody will be nice and quiet. You know how that goes around here. Apologize. You know, they were quiet all morning. I thought, I'm going to go live and show how I've made this little planner notebook holder. And I was making this one for my mom, and it came out really nice. And it's you can replace the planner part every year the way I put it in, and it all matches. And I just thought it was really sweet, so I thought I'd come on and hang out with y'all for a little bit. And it's 4 across this way. It has a 1-inch spine, and it's 6 3/4 tall. And all I did was I cut some real thin chipboard and covered to do that. So, like I said, the birds had been quiet all morning. I thought, go live. It's going to be okay. So, and look what they do. They know when this camera turns on, I think. I don't know how, but I really think they know when the camera goes on. So, that's what I'm going to be making. I get the little planners at Dollar Tree. They come like this, and, you know, you just take them out of here. So, I've got a few extras. This is one. And you can also buy the little notepad at the Dollar Tree. And they come in different colors. You get 5 in a pack. And that's what I used to slip down here. I did, however, the back cardboard. Let me open this because we're going to be using one of these anyway. But I just needed to do a little something today, and I thought, why not? So I did, however, this little cardboard backing here. I did trim it just a little on each side so it would fit in my pocket back here a lot better, you know. So I didn't want it being too tight. And you could actually take a pin if you wanted and poke, you know, down in there, and it would all fit together just fine. So, and I originally did so this little pocket here is deep enough and will hold a checkbook. Hi, Arlene. Thanks for coming in. That's okay. But because my mom still writes a few checks every month for like life insurance and car insurance, things like that she doesn't do online. So she can keep her little checkbook in here. She could keep it in her purse, you know. It's a nice feel, and it's not going to fall apart. I used this leather ribbon stuff from Hobby Lobby for the spine, so it's not going to come apart. I added a little bit of this lace trim and some seam binding for the closure, and I just thought it came out really cute. And it'll be handy to use. Of course, you got to put it the right direction, right? But, you know, she could just drop that down in her purse, and, or, you know, if you even just wanted to keep your ID and your bank card with you, and, you know, just grab that and go if you were just going somewhere down the road real quick. So that's what I thought about that. And thought I'd come on and hang out and make one. So let me get stuff out of the way that I had to use. Hope everyone's doing well. We have had so much rain. I'm telling you, I'm sick of rain. And we're not done with it yet. So the papers that I'm going to be using are from, hang on one second, I don't want to get this wrong, Pink Monarch Prints, and I will link them below when I'm done. And it's the Gypsy Rose collection. That's what I used on this one. This one has the that blue-green color kind of here, and this one doesn't. So, thought they were pretty. This is going to be my outside cover and my inside. And then this is going to be covering my planner and my pockets on the inside. So, and you'll need 2 of each of those. But that's where that came from. Let me get us all back up again. So I had to shrink us down so I could see who I was getting this from. Now, I did cut out of some page protectors. You know what I'm talking about. They're the plastic that you can put your pages in, or you can also use transparency film. I have a lot of transparency film. I pick it up at Goodwill every chance I get. And I like to make templates for specific things when I have a lot of decorative paper that has images, and not this one necessarily, but say you had a image in the middle and you really wanted it on your front cover or on a pocket inside, and you wanted to line it up so it really just kind of captured that image where you wanted it. You can draw around it and then cut it out and see a lot better. So I try to keep transparency and things like that around. This is my tall pocket that's going to go in the back that holds the notepad. This is my front and back cover. And then this one is my long skinny pocket where you could put a checkbook in if you wanted. So that's what I've got those for. So guess we can get started. I hope everybody's doing well. It's crazy right now. I know. It's a scary time, I think, for a lot of people, and it's sad. And I'm trying to think. I should probably cut my height first. So I'm not going to need all of this. I only need it to be 6 3/4 tall. So it'll be easier to do that and get the bulk out of my way. You know what I mean? So I'm going to open this up and go to 6 3/4. Make sure I'm lined up nice. And I'm not using very thick chipboard at all. It's quite thin. Hey, River, how are you, honey? So nice to see you. And then we need it to be 9 inches wide. So you're 6 3/4 this way and you're 9 this way. Did it cut? It didn't cut all the way. What do you know? That'd be all right. How are you doing, River? Arlene said she was going to be here, but she wasn't going to be chatting. I think she's crafting. So, which is fine, All right, so I've got that. Then I'm going to take and find my scoring tool, line this up, And I'm going to score from 4 inches. I'm going to score at the 4-inch mark. And that's the thing with this. Chipboard is not easy to score. And the 5-inch mark is where I'm scoring. So I have my 1-inch spine. Okay. And move that out of the way for a moment. My day has been going quite well. It's rather muggy here in Georgia from all the rain. Y'all know how that goes. Now, trying to think. What do I want to do? Do I want to go ahead and... I think I'm going to go ahead and fold and make sure I'm nice and straight. Mom's pretty much moved in and settled. You know, we're still moving some of my stuff around and, you know, getting things. It's hard to get everyone situated, you know. I mean, we don't have a real big home, but we're making the best of the situation. So then you've got this. And like I said, this is not going to tear because we're going to use this. And it's very, very strong. I will say, do not try to cut this with an X-Acto blade or anything. I get my ruler out and I line it up here. You're only going to need a little 2-inch piece. And I just line it up and put my ruler down and use my rotary cutter to cut it because it's just a nightmare and it wants to slide and you know what I mean. It's not good. Not good. So I love this. I just love the way it came out. And we also need to cut. I did cut for the pockets as well. Hi, Mom. Mom's doing up her laundry and stuff today. So our pockets, I'll need my cutter back out. And that's the other good thing with these templates. You can also use them for your pockets. So, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up. I'm not actually lining it up to cut right now. I'm lining it up so I can mark where I need my pencil out. Make sure I'm square. Nope. That looks good. Then just draw around. So I'll know to cut there. Let's line that up and get that piece cut. And it ends up being not quite 3 1/8. If you use one of these scoreboards, it goes to the right side, or I'm sorry, the left side of that bar part right at the 3 inches. It goes almost to the 1/8. And we'll cut it to the, well, let me get this other little pocket cut. And then we'll open it back up and cut our 6 3/4 length on both pieces at once. And you will have enough here to line that up. I just think they're sturdier and they do better than just using the, you know, the cardstock, because we all want our things to hold up and hold together. And to me, cardstock over time is going to tear and it's just not going to hold up as well. So if you've got the chipboard that's thin, back your design paper. It just works out better for me anyway. Okay, then come here. And there's my large pocket that's going to come in back here. And it is cut a little bit smaller. Well, that template, I know what I did not do. I did not cut my template down. I left it, I forgot to cut it down for my, okay, so good to know. Like I said, I just done these. I think I'm going to leave this at 5.5. And that means I need to cut my template down to the 5.5. Right there. Like I said, I hadn't done these, you know, for anything else. Or I just made that one last couple of days. I was piddling with it, and then I thought, I need templates. You always work better with a template, or I think I do anyway. Well, hey, Tina. Tina will tell you I'm a dork. I'm a real dork. Okay, so now I need to... I get so much on my desk, and then I have no room for me. Need to cut this for that pocket. And there we go. So, move my trimmer out of the way for a minute. Good thing I've got plenty of stuff sitting all around me, right? Get all my junk out of the way. And let's see. I know I don't use the whole piece for the cover of my project. So, and I only cut to like 4.5 inches so I can fold over my spine because it's going to get covered anyway. So, I need to bring this in. I need this to go to 4.5. Tina, you'd have died laughing. You know, all morning, birds have been so quiet, so good. And I thought, okay, I can go live and I'm not going to have to worry about it. For the first few minutes, they would not shut up. I even bribed them well today. All right. Now, I know I want to keep most of the lace design. So, open this back up. Oops. And let's see, 6 3/4. Yeah. So, and this one at 6 3/4. Y'all are gonna love Tina's. Hi, Nan. I don't hardly ever get to come on, you know. So I had the opportunity and I thought I'm just going to go for it. If people come in, wonderful. And if nobody comes in, that's fine too, you know, because you never know who will or who won't show up. Okay, now I want my roses at the top on this side. And see, I'm going to score over here a 1/2 inch in so it makes that fold for my spine. Like I said, I did it this way because I didn't need all that in the middle of these two. I wanted the edges, and this way it gives me a little something to go around that corner to bite onto, you know, and around that area to bite onto, and then it's going to get covered anyway. So that's why I did it that way. So let's score this at a 1/2 inch. I do not know where my bigger stylus went. It's crazy, you guys. And I just swore I left it up here, but it's like it just grew legs. All right, line it back up to your 4.5, and then at a 1/2 inch, score. And don't push too hard if you're not using good cardstock or printer paper. You know, if you are using thin printer paper, because you'll poke right through, and that's never a good thing. And if you score, you're less likely to have any cracking. So that'll fold around that side. And let's see, I had it over here. Tina done one of the lantern lights. Well, I don't know if hers is a light. Where what Mom did the other day with the Dollar Tree bowls to make a decoration, and Tina added Christmas ornaments, I believe, and it is so nice. Hi, Kathy. So she really, it's going to be pretty when she does her project share. Okay, so now we have that. You know, because this is going to get covered with that leather stuff, so that's not going to matter, okay? And it looks nice. So now I got to get this all glued down. I always wonder what glue should I use. Does anyone else have a hard time deciding on glues? I mean, hi, Tammy. Thanks for coming in. It is a, hang on a minute, sweetie. This one I've made for my mom. Isn't that nice? Like I said, the leather covers. I used the eyelets. And you can put, it's got room. Find another piece. It's got a pocket here where you could put a checkbook if you wanted. It has one of these weekly planners, and I found ones for next year that are covered, and that's what I put in here. And then these little notebooks, you get 5 in a pack at the Dollar Tree. And so this will come out, and this will come out of here. You know, so the whole thing, you can change it out year to year, and, you know, it's just a little weekly planner or day planner and notepad holder all in one. I used some seam binding for a closure. You can stick a pen or a pencil down in there, and it's all ready to go. Okay, did I miss something? Oh no, you got a necklace missing? Oh no. The pin, it's just in the pocket next to the notepad. You know, they all got that little thing, and it just slips in there and it fits. So, oh, I'm sorry, Joy. That just sucks. I want to go back to the creative reuse, but I have to go to the one that's up in Nashville. And right now, you know, it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. So they're real easy. Nah, they're just so easy to make. And like I said, I'm making, and the ladies all know, I'm making all the ladies in our little group one for Christmas. We're not doing like we did last year at Christmas. You know, none of us really honestly probably have the money and stuff to go as all out like we did last year. And, so I just thought this would be a nice way to show them my appreciation. I love their friendship, I love our camaraderie, and they're a wonderful group of ladies. So, well, honey, if you have something to do, I never hold it against anyone if they have to go, because you can always watch the videos. That's the good thing about this. Now, I am going to take, and halfway on my spine, I really put I put a good bit of glue, because, where it folds here, you don't want it to pop around. And it's going to get covered, so it's not going to hurt it. You're not going to crack your paper or anything. It's getting the glue to come out sometimes, though, right? Oh my goodness, please come out. Please come out. It wants to be a butt today. That's okay. I got another bottle up here. We'll just wait on it to sink down. It's Fabri-Tac, and we know how that is. The paper pad is what really makes it, you guys. And like I said, it's from Pink Monarch on Etsy. And it's the Gypsy Rose paper digital kit. So, and it's a really inexpensive thing to make. I mean, you get the little notepad and the weekly or, planner thing at the Dollar Tree. So, the most you have tied up in this, to be honest, is your time, and right now it seems we all have quite a bit of time. So, if nothing else, we have time. Like I said, I'm trying to get a good bit of glue here because I don't want it to pop up. And then I'm just going to line my corners up so it looks there. We go. Your edges. And Mom's working on Fabri-Tac. It is expensive, but I always, when I go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or one of those, and I've got a coupon, I will use that coupon and get the Fabri-Tac. So get it pushed down good, especially where you're going to fold here. You don't want that popping up on you. And that'll be your front. And it looks good. So I always get that little bit of glue along here. It's not my glue eraser, but it's one of those sanding eraser. Takes that glue right off that edge of that chipboard. I'm not running it on the paper, and we're going to ink the edges anyway. So let's see. This one's going to go here. And in all rights, I probably should have, let's see, that's that. I should have turned it and done it the other way. But, I scored on the wrong edge, and that's okay. So it'll still work. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat the little things, and it'll be okay. Exactly. I like to make. I'm probably going to send one to my niece and one to my sister. So They're just nice little, and they're almost like a little clutch, to be honest. They're comfortable in your hand. And if you just had to run to the store real quick, you keep your stuff in it, you could just grab it and out the door you go. Okay. This one lined up. That looks good. That worked. So it'll be just like that. Let it dry a minute. I can catch up on chat while that dries. And it's hard for me. I'm clear over here and then another seat over and then my laptop. So I kind of gotta, still have to come up with what you're going to make. No, Tina, you don't have to worry about making me anything. And hubby's home for lunch, so it's going to get loud for a minute, you guys. You shut the gate? You'll have to watch for him in a minute. I'm live and Mom's back there. So, 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. Well, knock your little self out. All right, I'm just burnishing that down really good because I don't want any of that spine paper where I cut it to pop up. So, now, to do the inside, I don't have to cut anything, or do I? Let me think. No, it's for this. When you're ready to cover this, because we're going to let this dry a little bit. Take your piece of whatever you're using and just fold it in. I cut all my white edges off. Fold it in half. And don't crease it, but let it get that little pickles, please. To where it kind of gets the rounded edge to it is what you need. And then you pop that in there and kind of center it. So you're down in there. And you kind of know where you're going with this. And what I do then is I mark out here and then flip it over, holding it tight so it doesn't slide, and raise that up and run your mark down that side. Okay. So then you've got your marks here. You're not going to cut that because you're going to score. You're going to fold that in, and that's what's going to work like this. So glad I made one of these early. Let me get my book out. That's what does this, so you can just slide this in and out. Okay. So I need my scoreboard again. And I went to my daughter's last month and I took some craft supplies with me. We always do that, right? Well, I took my mini scoreboard and I still haven't found it. So it is what it is. And I line it up to where it looks like it's about where I'm going to need it. And it looks to be about 1.5 inches. So score that. And yeah, looks about 1.5 inches each side. So score that. All right. And I should have told you to do this. Let's see, what is it? 6. I have to think. Yep. Got to open up. We have to cut it to 6 3/4. No, you do not want to cut it to 6 3/4. Because when you wrap this, when you fold this to wrap, and this is in the middle, or you can do it down, you want to leave a little bit of space on each side. So when you glue this, it has something to glue to without interfering with your piece going in. So let's see, 5. Oh, I'm thinking, I know this is close to 6 3/8. So if we cut at 6 5/8, that'll give you enough on each side. So line it up and go to 6 5/8. Fold that up. Fold that in. And yeah, press it down really good. There you go. So when I put this in here, I'll have room on that and that. And it'll fit in there just fine, just like that. And that'll be covered. So like I said, you got to leave a little bit of room on each end to glue your little pockets up. Otherwise, it doesn't come out quite so good. I know. That's what they oh, they're rotten. Nova, don't do it, bud. We have Nova and Gabby, the blue and gold macaws. And we have Pickles, who is a yellow-headed Amazon. So they can get quite loud, quite quick. My house was nice and quiet all morning long, no problem. I thought, okay, I can go live. Nope. All right. Make sure when you glue this down, you stay as close to your edges as you possibly can. Because you do not want to get so much glue in that pocket that you won't fit your planner. You know, and if you wanted, you could stitch around it, you know. I'm not going to take the time to do that on camera. I may later.
I gotta go get your.
Excuse me. Pardon what?
BK's beating her ass.
Lucy? Yeah, you'll have to get Lucy. All right, so let that dry, and we have that part finished. I like that. And these are nice and dry now. So they should fold pretty good. You want to give it a little bit of a, you don't want to crease it, but you know, you want it to train a little bit. That way. Dennis let the little puppy out and has to go get her because one of the feral cats that's hanging around is kicking her butt. So anyway, there you go. Okay, now we need to do the inside of that. And this, what I did on the other one, I just kind of put glue all over back here and lined this up where I wanted it and just set it in there. And then once it dried a little bit, flip it over and, you know, trimmed around the edge. That's all I did for that. So like I said, I wanted to do it the quickest, easiest way. So, and that worked for me. If you have a different way you want to do it, you want to cut it out and line it up and do all that, be my guest. I just didn't want to spend a huge amount of time, you know. I wanted to get a few done. I was thinking about doing some and putting them up in our shop. So, still may do that. I'm really adding down the spine, some glue. It is so muggy here today, even the glue is not wanting to flow, y'all. Our humidity level is awful. Come on. Glue, glue, glue. I'm going to have to clean my nozzle, I think. Okay. Got enough on there. Now let me get it lined up a little bit. So probably get my head in your way right now. I'm going to try not to. I do want to kind of line it up as best as I can. And we all know Fabri-Tac grabs, and it grabs quick. How's that look? Looks pretty straight. Yay. Okay. And what I was really trying to do, if you can tell, this lace looking trim on the inside, I kind of wanted about an equal amount showing on both sides of that. So probably not perfect, but it's good enough. Can I help you, Pickles? He will say, oh my God, look what you did. What did you do? You're in the 50s. We are up in the 70s, I believe, today. It's, yeah. Well, we're getting more storms. It's the outer band things coming through. Hang on a minute, I'm gonna check and see. Are you bad, Pickles? Oh, gonna shoot somebody. My goodness. We're 79. It feels like 84. And let's see, our humidity, that's what gets you, is that humidity, y'all. Our humidity is 73%. Isn't that awful? So, yeah, it's 79, feels like 84. It's very humid. It gets cold up there. Well, I'm from Indiana, so You know, we're used to cold weather. It's this humidity that gets you. Ah. All right. So now what I'm going to do, where did I hide my ruler from myself? Did I move it? Y'all are probably looking at it going, it's right there. And I don't even see it. I do not see my ruler. And I've had it up here. That's crazy, y'all. That is absolutely crazy. It was just up here.
There's only 3 goldfish.
Do what? I don't see my metal ruler. Do you? Let me look. It didn't fall on the floor.
Drop it.
No, it's not on the floor. No, I had it on my desk.
I don't know.
It's now, isn't that weird? Y'all give me a second because I need that ruler. Oh, here it is. It slid. There it is. Knew it had to be here. I could always blame Pickles, right? Because he's loud and he'll admit he's bad. So I'm going to line that up and take my blade. And I've learned one thing when using these straight blades like this. Do not look up. Do not look away. Just keep your eyes focused on where you're trimming, or you will cut off every time.
Okay, you gotta go.
Okay, goodbye. Have a nice day.
What'd you say?
He's probably upset you didn't hold him the whole time you were home for lunch.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Okay. He's gone back to work. Yay. I'm glad that we live close enough to Post that he can come home and have lunch and go back. And it's nice to see him through the day. Hey, Teresa. Okay, so that's on there nice and good. I need to ink before I forget. If I don't ink, I'll forget, and then we won't have any inking going on. And I just love to grunge up the edges a little bit. I think it looks more vintage, you know. So, Teresa, what'd you get me at the grocery store? You're going to cook for dinner. We went grocery shopping yesterday, and then it looked like the bottom was going to fall out. So instead of going on and finishing what we needed to do, we decided we were going to get our butts home. And Mom and I fixed Italian sausages with peppers and onions for dinner last night. And it was so good, you guys. And that's what we had leftovers for lunch today. So, and Mom's like me, we don't eat a lot. So, to be honest, we probably won't even eat dinner. Now, this is what I do. If you are good at bending with your ruler, you know, and getting your creases back in, go for it. I'm not that good. So, I line this back up, and I know I scored it 4. And you got to be careful because it'll go off on you. You know what I mean. And 5. And I at least get a line going. So when I can kind of get it in there a little bit, you know, because it's kind of thick, I'll tell you. Just like that. All right, that's what I do. Now I want to fold it I don't really want to fold it. I want to get my faux leather, whatever, on the spine. So get your piece laid out. And this is how I do it. Trying to make sure I stay in camera. Line it up. And I can cut better if I don't have my cork part. I don't know why it is down on the thing. I always flip it the other way because my blade glides across it a lot better. And then just slowly right along that line. A little more. And it cuts so much better that way, you guys. At least, you know, that's how I get it to cut straight. And it does pretty well. So that gave me my 2 inches. And now, if I can get my glue to come out, we're not going to hold our breath too much for it. Let's see, I got a pokey tool somewhere over here. Haha. And I'm going to see if I can. Oh, much better. So anyway, now your piece of leather is going to be a little bit longer. So I go just about 3/8 of an inch on each end, the hangover, because I'll fold it over, okay? And make sure, you know, you're at your 1 inch in here, so that gives you a 1/2 inch on each side. So it's real easy to line this up. You just go about 3/8 of an inch up and then a 1/2 inch over on each side, and that'll have you nice and center, okay? Janie, hi, sweetie. Are y'all home? Are you doing the you know, where the truckers, where they're not going to be delivering? You know what I'm talking about. They're doing the strike thingy. I know it was yesterday, and I think, way I understood some people, it was going to be 26th, 27th, and 26, 27, 28, and 29 of the month that truck drivers are doing stop the tires, you know. So, and people don't realize, if it was not for truck drivers, you wouldn't have anything, nothing. Everything you own, you eat, you do is on a truck at one time or another. And my dad was a truck driver. Let's see. Come on, scooch over. There we go. That looks good. Now, I'm not going to worry about if I get a little bit of glue spillage on the edges of my leather, because that's where I'm putting this little lace trim down through there to hide that. It looks so sweet that way. So I got to let that dry a minute. And while we're letting that dry, we can get our pockets ready. Hubby was a truck driver. Yeah, my dad was a truck driver. My mom drove with him for years. I'm going to sit up for a minute and let that dry and chat with y'all. I have missed getting to hang out with everybody and just talk. Yeah, it'll be long lasting. And right now, this week, they have this half price. So instead of, it's either $5 or $5.99, at Hobby Lobby, it's half price, and you get a good bit on here. And this is a dark chocolate. It looks black on the screen, but it's not. It's a very dark chocolate brown. So, and I wanted something that wasn't going to fall apart in just, a week or two. And by the time you put your eyelets in, it's really in there. It's a good deal. And when I roll these over and glue them down, see, I'll punch through that edge, and that's where my eyelet will go. So it will be through the leather too, so it won't tear out over time. You don't have access to a Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry. I've never been to Canada. My mom has been to Canada with my dad, and she said it's so beautiful up there. She said the only thing is you do not want to get stuck up there delivering on a Queen's holiday because nothing moves. She said they shut down everything. So I'm gonna have a drink of my soda sitting here. See how nice and quiet they got again? Birds are crazy. They really are. But you do not have a Hobby Lobby. Are you able to order online? Or then you got to worry about shipping, don't you? I forget about that part. I do. Okay, let's see. Oops. We're almost done with this one. And now we need I used the wrong piece. That's okay. It'll be all right. It's all coordinated anyway. I wanted to use this on the inside, but that's okay. I like that. Happy accident. And like I said, I want to let that spine really dry before I mess too much with it. So let's see if I'm going to cover this, and I'm just going to do it simple. I'm going to draw around here. And I kind of think I want this little bit. I want the lace on that pocket at the bottom. But then you don't really get any rose. And I like the roses. Maybe I'll do it like this. This will work. I'll show you. See if because there's my tall pocket template. And it's on the clear acetate. And if I put it like that, then I would have that pretty rose on that tall pocket. But you don't really see it anyway because it's got the paper in front of it. So, I'm thinking, I kind of just think maybe I'll just go this side. And do it that way. It'll be all right. That'll work. I hear it's either a bird or a dog into something. And I'm going to have to check on them here in a minute. Hang on 1 second, you guys. I hear the rustle of cellophane. Pickles. Leave stuff. No. It's Pickles. He can barely reach one of my little shelf areas, and there's just a little bit of the little spray bottles in the cellophane bag yet, and he's picking at it. So it's funny. They get into everything, y'all. They get into everything. Okay, so I can cut across here. And let's say we'll go right about there. Because I don't want to cut on the paper where I don't need. Because you never know, we could use it for other things. So that'll get glued onto there and inked up. And Nova finally got very quiet. They're like kids. When they get very quiet, that's when you worry, you know, they're into something. Pickles is a yellow-headed Amazon. Let me get this cut out and I'll see if I can bring him over and you can get a little bit of a look at him. Maybe you won't be able to really see. He's my mom's bird. He's not my bird. And there's that pocket. Let me see. Hey, Pickles. You want to come with me a moment? You want to step up? No? Come on. Come on. No? Okay. He doesn't want to step up. He's even telling me no and backing away. So I don't want bit. I'm not going to push it. No, they're ours. They are ours. Pickles is probably, you've seen a African Greys. He's a little bigger than an African Grey. And then Nova and Gabby are blue and gold macaws. They're the big macaws, the big parrots. The big brats is what I call them. So, all right, let's get this all down. Like I said, these went together pretty quick. Not a lot to it. And I thought, if I came on and showed y'all how I put mine together, maybe it would inspire somebody. You do not have to use chipboard to cover, you know, for your pockets. I am, because I want it to last longer. And I just feel that if we just did the paper over time, it would probably kind of rip. And this way it'll just hold longer. It's not, you know, that big of a deal if you just want to make one just to, you know, hang on to for a little while. But if you want it to really last, I really recommend covering with the covering the chipboard. And you could use a cereal box, you know, anything like that. You don't have to buy chipboard. And it's not thick chipboard, so, you know, a cereal box would work fine. Mashed potato, you know, instant mashed potato box. I use Ritz cracker boxes, you know, any of that. You don't have to buy and have, you know, you just don't. That's what gets me with some people there. I want to try, but your husband's your only pet. My husband, oh, he's 67-year-old juvenile delinquent. I'm going to tell you right now. I will have everyone, the dogs. We have four dogs now. My mom has one, so that's 5. Actually, one I'm claiming was hers, but she imprinted on me, and she sleeps with us. She stays with me, and I call her the little tree rat. She's a little chihuahua, and she doesn't weigh 2 pounds soaking wet, and her name is Lucy. But anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying now. See? Old age. Get good and quiet. Like I said, you know they're into something. But yeah, you don't have to have fancy stuff to craft. Your mom's with you too? My mom, we just moved in. Well, she has a cat, and as of yesterday, we have a fish tank with 3 goldfish because they were in her pond, and she didn't want them to die, and I understand that. So we brought the fish up, and I went and got a fish tank, and we have 3 goldfish, 1 cat, 4 dogs, and 3 birds, and my mom, and me and my husband. Oh, I love having my mom with me. We gave her the whole front of the house. She has a beautiful little, it was a bedroom. It's a sitting room. She has a love seat, 2 chairs, her curio cabinet, her big screen TV. I mean, it's very cute. And then the middle room is her bedroom, and she has her big dresser, her chest of drawers, and a nice day bed. She has stuff in the hallway that's decorative, hers, and then she has her own private bathroom. So, you know, I'm glad she's here with me. I wouldn't want her to be anywhere else. We are more friends than mother-daughter. We don't always get along. Sometimes you have to agree to disagree. Matter of fact, Mom, you know, she done a video on my channel. What day was it, y'all? Just a couple of days ago on her own. She did wonderful. She was so calm and relaxed, and she did really well. I was shocked. She had a good time. She said she enjoyed doing it. She wants to do them again. So now I just, you know, take my time and kind of, it'll loosen up over time. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of let it do its thing for a while and play with it a little bit and loosen it up, and, you know, it'll be all right. You're gonna think at first like, oh my God, it's so stiff, but you know, you've got your layer of chipboard, you've got your 2 layers of paper, and then you got your spine. So, all right, we're gonna glue these up now, and I got to get my clips. I need a lot of clips. Let's see, there's a clip and a couple at the other end because that one's wide enough almost. Might use them both. And this is when I'm really glad I have Fabri-Tac, because I want it to really stay down, you know. So put some good Fabri-Tac, or the best glue you've got to do this. I'm telling you now, because you want it to hold on there. All right, get it in there. Oh, the birds are going to start arguing here in a minute. Let's see. Getting a little bit of glue out, but that's okay. Not enough to do any damage. Okay. And then I'm tapping it down. That way it holds good. On this side. And you got to admit, this goes together pretty quick. I mean, I didn't have things cut before we came on, and it doesn't take too long to do. I'm going to pull these back so this will lay a little flatter for me down here for right now while I get the glue globs out of the way. Okay. That looks good. And I don't mind this leather showing when it's put together. It just doesn't look bad to me. It'll be all right. All right. Now let that dry just for a few minutes. And let's see, I think I can go ahead and glue in my pocket here. Let's see, I want this to be my front. This is where you need to decide, which way you want your stuff. So I want this to be my front, and then this one's going to be my back. Of course, obviously, right? Let me take that. And let's, yep. Oh, do I want it that way? I think I want it that way. I like that. About the only thing we have left to do is to put our eyelets in, fix our little notepad in the back. Okay. And add a little bit of lace, and it'll be done. I said there's not a lot to, I think it's dried enough. It doesn't take long for that Fabri-Tac. Y'all know that, to grab on. And once it grabs, you're good to go. Where is my glue eraser? I have 2 or 3 of them, believe it or not. And every time I turn around, I can't find it. Yes, ma'am. Hang on 1 minute, y'all. Put it up here and let the ladies tell you what they think. This is a wreath that Mom's making, and it's made out of platters from the Dollar Tree.
No, those are
The
Hobby.
platters. The flowers are from Hobby Lobby. And let me see if I can zoom us out a little bit.
I
So
put the
y'all
lights on it.
She added lights to it. Let's see if I can. That's about as far out as I can get us. But that's going to be a wreath.
It is.
So, what do y'all think? That'd be pretty, right? Hanging on a door. Oh, it'll quit in a second. Yeah, there it goes.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, hang on a minute. They want to know. Back up. Minimize that.
I didn't mean to bother you.
Will you show how your mom, my video of the Christmas chandelier joke? Yes. Nan says her mom doesn't craft, but she likes her crafts. My mom likes my stuff too. It can be all stinky, and they're still going to tell you, oh, it's beautiful.
No,
Right?
I won't.
That's their job, right?
No, it isn't.
I cannot find my
You
glue.
don't have criticism. How are you going to know it?
Exactly. Okay, I'm looking
Okay.
from.
Let me make-
All right, you got it? Okay. I still can't find my glue eraser. Isn't that crazy?
What glue?
Eraser, Mom. Oh. And I'd have swore I had it out here, y'all. Would have sworn it was. Guess what? I found it. I found it. In here. Okay. Yeah, my mom crafts. She does a lot of nice crafts. Not just Dollar Tree crafts. She crochets. I think next year she's going to join in with Teresa and Tina and stuff on one of their auctions and sell some of her Afghans, crocheted. They're nice. She does real well. Just tidying this up. It doesn't really matter. I just prefer to tidy it up a little bit. Yeah. Tina, my mom made Tina an Afghan for her birthday and sent it to her. Now, do I want that up that direction or that? I think I want it that direction. We got to ink up. See, I almost forgot to ink it. And Mom's working now on a topiary out of Dollar Tree bowls to sit one on each side of the front door for Christmas. So, and my thing is giving me those little luckies, you know. So, all right, let's get it glued down. Are you going to work now? You are. Yay. And if you're going to put a pin in your tall pocket on the back, if that's where you put it, you want to be careful how much glue you get out. You don't want to come out way, way far because you won't be able to fit your pin in there real good if you put a pin down in here. So just be careful if you're gluing, you know, be mindful. All right. Now, I did tell you guys, I do, get this off on the back here so it'll slide down in here comfortably. You know, I mean, it's not horrible, but I would rather it be a little easier. So, you know, I mean, it will go in, see, but I would rather I trim just a little off of each of these edges. Yeah, you can use whatever glue you want. You don't have to use what I use. You know, I never tell anyone, oh, you got to have this, because no, not everybody can get the same things. And, you know, so see, I just take off a slither. You know, well, it's more than a slither. It's probably a good 1/8 inch or so. And you don't have to be perfectly straight because I couldn't cut a straight line if it slapped me upside the head. You know, I just take it off, and that way when I want to slide that in there, it goes just fine. And I don't have to fight with it. And it sits in there just like that. So, and then I'll still be able to, if I decided to fit off to the side, slide it over a little bit. Didn't let it glue down all the way, but you'll still be able to fit a pin. Of course, you got to get one that the thing doesn't spin on you, you know, and it'll just over a little bit. And Gabby just knocked her food bowl down. And then you'll put these in, and it'll be okay in there. I have a hard time with my hands some days, and this is going to be one of those days. So just get that in there and let your glue dry good, and you'll be okay. So there's that. Take it back out. Let it dry. And now I think all I need to do is punch my holes here. And this is all dried now. We can put these back in here. And if you got a little gluey, you know, trim it off. It'll be all right. You don't have to leave this cover this size. You can trim it down a little bit to fit. It'll be okay. Trying to see what I did. It should open up just enough go in there. Yeah. There. Okay. I wanted it to fit fairly snug. You know, I didn't want it flopping all over the place. See. Then get the back one. There we go. Sometimes you got to loosen your pockets up a little bit. It's all right. Oh, come on. I know it fits. I had it. Now, isn't that odd? Should go right on in there. Pickles. Really? There we go. You just gotta finesse with it a little sometimes. You know, not a big deal. It's in there. And you got that now. And we need to ink up. So, but like I said, it's so easy to put these together. It hasn't taken us too long to do this. And if you don't have chipboard, you could probably even use a file folder, you know. So don't worry about the things you don't have in life. Enjoy what you do have and do the best you can with what you do have. Yes, it came in this, and I just popped it out, and that's what they look like on the back. So, does that help? You hadn't been in the crafting mood lately? You know, I have been in the mood. It was just, I don't know. How do I explain it? I wanted to craft. I really did. But I didn't know what to craft. And it had been, I wanted to come on by myself for a while. You guys know I usually go with the group. And I love the ladies, don't get me wrong. Tina, Teresa, Kathy. But I hadn't done a by myself in a while. And I wanted to do that. I did. I wanted to do by myself. And just kind of chill for a little while. But I had been in the mood to do it, just hadn't done it. And I got up this morning and hubby went to work and I got the perches cleaned and they were, like I said, they were quiet for a change. That didn't last long. And I just wanted to go live. Okay, right about there. So, the next thing you're going to do, and I have a white pen somewhere. I know my spine, so I need to line it up at the 4 and the 5 and at the 1/2 inch mark, and it will be on the brown leather, making a mark. So I know where I want to put my eyelet. There and there. How far am I? Don't want to go too far in. Okay. Then I'm going to take this big baby and I'm going back to the smallest that it'll do. And move my drink so I don't spend it. Been like that. Yeah. You know, I think it's all the stuff going on in the world. We just don't. You don't feel inspired. You know what I mean? All right, hang on. I got to get my head down here so I can see where I'm putting this because I don't want too close to the edge. So right in there. And didn't there. Do the other end. Okay. Did I get him? Think I got him. All right. Then I need that to move up. I need 2 eyelets. And I kind of use the antique brass looking ones for this. And let's see. And these are the small ones. I mean, they're really tiny. And my fingers don't always work real quick to get lined up to that hole. Let's see. I got a pair of tweezers over here. I'm going to see if I can do it a little bit quicker, a little bit better. There we go. Get these in. Come on. Got to go through all the way. Make sure on your back that you're, you know, up enough around that where your leather came up, you know, so you don't miss. All right, let's see. Get one of them. Oh no, Gabby. Hang on 1 minute, you guys. Move. Move. Let go. Let go. Gabby. Okay. Get up. Get up here. Get up here. I know. Come on. Gabby, get up here. Oh, goodness. Gabby. Okay. Where'd the other piece fall? There it is. Okay, guys. This is what's left of a bowl after Gabby decided to tear it up and knock it down. And I couldn't let her eat that, and, you know. So hubby will have to fix that when he comes home. Crazy. Oh, just crazy. All right, how does that look? Yeah, see, that looks good. It went over the inside of the leather, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, they can be very destructive when they want to be. But like I said, I had to take care of that before she swallowed something and we'd end up at the vet. So it's crazy. All right, let's see. We have that. Now all we got to do is tie that in there. Let's get my paper should be dry enough to go in now. And you don't have to leave all that on the back, I don't think. It's just gonna hold it up there. So scoot over. Scoot over. There you go. All right, now where's my I can go in through here. And cut about there. I'll probably end up cutting way more than I need, but that's okay. Then let's see. I need to punch. No, I don't. Let's get this laid out. And also by fixing your eyelets, you know, when you pull this tight, it's not going to tear. So, let's see if I got it. Got it. Put that in there. Oh no, you know what I did? I can tell you, you're going to laugh at me. I'm not going to fight with that. I only went through one of the holes. I didn't go through the other hole. I got carried away when I was measuring, so it didn't go through both holes. Isn't that nuts? I'm nuts, I'm telling you. I keep telling y'all I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Yeah, and then tied it. I didn't come back up through the other hole. And y'all probably seen it and we're going, no, you're messing up. So. Okay, there we go. Now I can put that in. Come on the other side. And it'll hold. And there's that. See, now isn't that cute? Like I said, you can do whatever you want with. Now all I got to do is add some lace. And I know I forgot my closure, but I think I can pop that up enough there and enough over here to shove a little seam binding in there. Pretty sure. I'm not the only one who forgets to do little things like that. And I'm okay with it, you know. We're not perfect. Self-contained. Oh, a halogen oven. Ooh. Do you use, have any of y'all used the air fryer? I got an air fryer. I love that thing. I'm going to tell you. I am just going to see if I can. Yes, I can pop that up enough right there. So get some glue down in there. And I'm just going to. That's where I'm going to put my seam binding on this side. It's going inside of this pocket, but it won't matter. It won't interfere with anything. You know, it's not enough to bother down in here. Time you close it back up, it'll be fine. So if you forget, don't worry. You can get it down in there and it lays just fine. And then when it glues back shut, you'll never know. And you can do the same for your other piece. I'm going to go right in here. Yeah, because there's not a lot of glue there. It won't hurt it. Just get in that edge. Oops. Where'd I go? Right there. Okay, just a little place. You don't need a lot because it'll hold. And take. Like I said, I should have put this on earlier and I forgot. I did. But it won't matter. It's not going to make that big a difference. And it'll hold. So there you go. There's your closure. Just let it dry so you know it's in there. And that's that art glitter glue. So I know it'll be okay. I know it's going to grab and hold. I have a love-hate relationship with art glitter glue. To be honest, I would rather fight with my Fabri-Tac as to fight with art glitter glue at times. I don't know. I just have a hard time with the art glitter glue. It grabs so fast. Yeah, we always need to know how to fix our mistakes. Oh, don't worry about nuts. Okay, so we're to that part. Like I said, all I got left to do now, and this will relax and, you know, it'll work its way. And all I got left to do now is put lace here and here, and we'll be done. And I think that was a pretty quick, you know, little project to do. So let me get my lace. They had this lace on sale at Hobby, to be honest, and it was $1 a yard. So, and I thought it just looked really sweet. Let me zoom my camera back in. I forgot about all this when I was showing you Mom's thing. Let's see. Is it this way? Yeah. Not that way now. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there you go. So, and isn't that lace pretty? And it's regular $1.99 a yard, and they had it for $1 a yard. So I thought that would work just fine for what we were doing. And I'm using a Fabri-Tac because I think it does the best. Let me minimize this so I can see chat now. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I like that lace. I think it's one of my favorite, to be honest. Oh, and we're waiting on the Fabri-Tac to come down again. Like I said, I didn't want to over embellish on these because, you know, if you stick it in your purse or something, you don't want a lot coming off on it, you know. But I did want to do a little embellishment. And I always have a hard time. I'm pretty sure it goes that way. Does anyone else have a hard time finding the front and the back of lace? Or is it, you know, just a me thing? Because sometimes I'm not real sure that I got the front or the back. So, not too sure at times. There. Now, I do use the art glitter glue here on the edges. And I put just a little on the edge of the stuff so it won't fray, you know. I use it like a fray tack, I guess is what you could say. Because I don't want my lace to come undone and start raveling. So that's what I do for that. Now I got gluey fingers. Yay. And let's flip it over and get the other side down. I got to get something to put these in where they just stay upside down waiting instead of me having to wait on it, you know. Okay. Yeah, pretty sure. Got it. Pretty sure. Okay. And like I said, I like to cover that, just that little bit edge. I think I'm going to slide down a little bit. Yeah. And then use the glue again to do your edges. Like I said, I just don't want my edges to fray. If you like the frayed edges, you know, you don't care what it does down the road, you don't have to do this. I just get to thinking, you know, I'd rather fix the edges a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. And it's just a couple of little dots, and tap it with your finger and it won't go nowhere. So now we can tie it shut with our ribbon. And there you've got it. And we finished it. Yay. Well, thank you, Lady J. How are you, honey? So we finished it. We did the whole thing, and I hope it didn't take too long. And let's see now. We have to find a piece of paper. There we go. You have this nice long pocket over here that you can stick things in. And a checkbook does fit. Matter of fact, I had one of mine. Where did I put it now? There it is. I had one of mine down in one. So it'll fit. And it'll go right down in there. So you have your checkbook. Then you have, and I was able to find planners that go next year. They go from, I think it's a little bit in December. Maybe not. No, yeah. Goes from like the 28th of December of this year clear through. So it's got notes and, you know, so, and then a notepad. And if you raise that up, you can put your pin in there and close it up, tie it up, and there you go. I know it's an ugly yellow. It's one of my mechanical pencils, but you can put a pin in it and it'll work and be just fine. You can add lace if you want on the inside. I didn't. But I mean, if you want to add lace on this pocket, you can. You can add lace, you know, wherever you want. You could even do something with the inside of this in here, which is this part, if you wanted to. You know, you don't have to leave it that white. I just didn't take the time because it's not permanent. So, and I was thinking, I wonder if I went over this with some paper posh. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And, it would kind of protect it, and maybe it would help it last longer. You know what I mean? I keep pulling it out of screen, and all I'm doing is trying to tie this bow. So, but I thought that was really cute. You could leave it on your desk. You could put it and just pop it in your purse. And, so that's 2 of those that are done. And I like them. I think they're cute. So, like I said, I didn't put any lace. Did it the same way. So, you could always add some little beads or dangles to your, your inside, what is it, that stretchy cord stuff, your elastic. So, but that's 2 of them done. And like I said, I'm thinking about make a few and put them up in the shop. So what do y'all think? Think they would sell? Give me an idea. But this one's really, it's the first one I did, and working with it over time, it's really softened up and it's nice. I like it. So, yay! I finished a project. What do you know? I better put this. Do any of you guys have the problem? Your art glitter glue, the little pins with the balls on the ends? My balls are always falling off, and I end up with just this little pin. It drives me nuts. It's really making me kind of crazy with that. Clean my mess up a little bit. I'm a messy crafter. Who's leaving? Okay. Lady J. You have trouble. I'm not having a problem with the pin rusting. I'm having trouble with the head of it coming off. And you shouldn't have a problem with it rusting, because shouldn't it be, I would think they would make them like a stainless steel or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Drives you nuts that it happens to you all the time. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, my ball comes off, and then I'm stuck with this little metal thing. And I tried using a little bit of washi tape, but sometimes it just comes right off too. It is what it is. I'm trying to clean my mess up. The girls will tell you. They look at my desk and Tina and them, and they're like, "Oh my God." Yeah. And I have to hide my blade. My husband takes my blade, and then I can't craft because I love my blade. That's the blade I use to do most of my cutting. I don't use scissors very much, believe it or not. I'm not comfortable. So, what's anyone else? Turning the glue rusty? Yes, they do. And Tina says her head's come off. Yeah, but they come off too. The tips of that one. Like I said, I don't know what the deal is. I don't get it. I'm trying to tidy up a little bit, y'all, while we're chatting. And like I said, I'm having a hard time reading chat, so it's funny. Funny that I'm clear over here. Save that. There's those. Oh, where did I put it before I poke my fingers? Yeah, y'all, if I forget to put that on, I'll reach in and that thing will go up under my fingernail. I've done it more times than once. You missed the measurements. Well, I'll give you the measurements, sweetie. It's the cover is 9 by 6 3/4. Yeah, it's 9 by 6 3/4. Score at 4 inches and score at 5 inches for your covers for it, and then the rest of it's pretty easy. All you got to do is measure, how far up you want for your side pocket. And you don't even have to use side pocket. You could do 2 little pockets. You can do whatever you want with it. You don't have to do the inside layout like I did or anything, but, that's what worked for me and that's what I did. But I'm going to get off of here. I don't have to cook dinner tonight. Yay. I'm so happy I don't have to cook tonight because hubby's at work and he's already come home and done lunch, and there's my templates. But like I said, I think I'm going to make a few and maybe put them in the shop and see how they do. So I got to get the ladies all theirs made for Christmas. And the date book, honey, what I do is the date book is, I take the sheet. It's not even, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 6 and 5/16. But what I do for it, let me see if I've got a page that I can, say this is it's a full 8.5 by 11. Just decide, put your glue on the outside, and open it up and just glue it down and then just trim around it. So, all right, everybody, I got to get off here and chill out a little bit. Maybe fix Gabby's food dish since she destroyed that one. Ugh, y'all do not get birds. They're destructive. So, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for coming in. And I'll try and get back on as soon as time lets me next time. Bye, everybody. Stay safe.